All right, if you're a differential company and you want to show off your differential, it's hard to find a better way to do it than to do it with a car that you can actually see the differential in. So I'm here with my brand new best friend, Aaron, who built this amazing, what, 78?
78 Rabbit.
78 Rabbit.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about this thing, man. Let's walk around it a little bit.
Cool. So let's start with the heart of the motor.
Yeah, the heart, because that thing is the coolest part about this, out of all the coolness.
So it's a 78 Rabbit, but this engine, this is an Oettinger 16 valve. So a German tuning company called Oettinger built a sandcast conversion kit in the late 70s, early 80s. And so what you could purchase was a crank, pistons, and a sandcast cylinder head to make your engine, your 8-valve engine, a 16-valve dual overhead cam with Vernier-driven cam gears and all of like the race car stuff.
This is German hot rodding,
German hot rodding. So if you know what an Arden head on a flathead Ford is, this is the Volkswagen.
Like an overhead conversion of the, very cool.
That's the best analogy that I can come up with. They have about, best to my understanding, about 900 of them were produced. Add a little bit extra rarity, and you have the DCOE intake manifold, and I went with the Borla DCOEs just because I enjoy motorsports.
Yes, I can imagine.
The process that I wanted to start with was old world hot rodding. You know, what is the metalwork that we can do? Let's not bolt on a bunch of plastic. Let's not do a lot of flashy, gaudy things. Let's let the subtleties in the metalwork speak for itself.
Yes.
And so the firewall shape and all of the bead rolling and the depressions on the top of the firewall were all added to mirror what the top of the rain tray would be. We deleted the factory rain tray, and then we shaved the rails and then put bead rolls in it so that, again, the hot rodders would go, oh yeah, look at that. But if you don't know Volkswagens, you'd go, oh, that's really clean. And then the Volkswagen nerds like me are going, whoa, what's going on?
All that work that went into this, right? Yeah.
Just to make it look kind of stockish and subtle.
So to walk us around this side of it. Now I'm looking at the suspension, the way you've lowered it, the way the stance is kind of like setting off the entire look and make and feel of the car.
Yeah. So if we start with the front and go all the way back, I wanted kind of that old German Euro look. And so we went wide and low. So I started by pulling the arches a ½ inch in the front, but tried to remain with that factory seam. So it doesn't look like this gaudy pulled wide body.
Right.
But that subtle touch.
It almost looks like maybe that's a factory wheel well flare, but maybe it's not.
Correct.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. And so we widened the fenders, we narrowed the control arms a ½ inch, and I'm running 15x8 ET2 front wheel. So that's really massive for a Mark I. If we move to the back, we pulled the arches again a ½ inch wider, but then we narrowed the rear beam an inch on each side, so I can run a 15x9 wheel, and then when we air the car out on the air suspension, if you had to push it, you could. You know, you're not stuck on the
You're not stuck on the side of the road. Done that, yeah.
Absolutely. So a lot of restraint and subtleties into the build.
The interior is also amazing. Like the work that you put into that houndstooth, it's very, very cool.
I appreciate it.
And it still has that era correct look to it, right? While being completely custom.
Yeah. My inspiration was that if Singer built a Mark I Volkswagen, what would Singer do? So I found Stefan at GTS Classics in Austin, Texas, who makes these seats called the Valle Younga, and they mimic what the Singer seats are, the Singer Recaros, as much as I could find. So I dug.
You pulled it off, man. It looks like it. Because you've got like that houndstooth classic American mid-century look mixed with that Recaro style, like Euro sport look too, right?
Yeah. Thank you. I've had this car for 11 years. I built it in my garage, and I hope everybody says this, but it really took some of the best friends in the world and a lot of dedication from a lot of generous people to get this done. These are living things. They're not just inanimate objects to me, right? There's heart and soul that goes into it. It's the expression of your personality and the expression of the people who invest their time and skill sets to make it what it is.
You're such a hot rodder.
I've watched a lot of people growing up and the older generations, and I've really tried to listen and learn and carry on that tradition and that torch. And this was my medium.
Man,
not a 32 Ford, but a 78 Rabbit, right?
It's even cooler. It's even cooler because who does this? This is amazing to see it. It really is. Aaron, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. This is great, dude. Just love it.
Yeah.
I'll come back for the keys later.
Sounds
cool.
good.
All right, good. See you, Aaron. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Love this thing. God.